UCAT question number 362. Why do Jews celebrate the Sabbath? The Sabbath is for the people of Israel the great sign commemorating God, the Creator and Redeemer. The Sabbath recalls in the first place the seventh day of creation when God rested and was refreshed, which is seen in the book of Exodus, chapter 31, verse 17. This, so to speak, authorizes all men to interrupt their work and replenish their energies. Even slaves were supposed to be allowed to observe the Sabbath. This recalls the second great commemorative sign, the liberation of Israel from slavery in Egypt. You shall remember that you yourself were a servant in the land of Egypt, says Deuteronomy 5:15. The Sabbath is therefore a feast of human freedom. On the Sabbath, all breathe freely. On it, the division of the world into masters and slaves is abolished. In traditional Judaism, this day of freedom and rest is also a sort of foretaste of the world to come. Sabbath, the Jewish day of rest, commemorating the seventh day of creation and the exodus from Egypt. It begins on Friday evening and ends on Saturday evening. In Orthodox Judaism, it is observed with a host of rules for maintaining the Sabbath rest. Question number 363. Jesus observes the Sabbath, but at the same time, he deals with it very liberally as one who has complete command over it. The Sabbath was made for man, not man for Sabbath, says Mark 2:27. The fact that Jesus claims the right to heal on the Sabbath and interpret the Sabbath laws mercifully poses a dilemma for his Jewish contemporaries. Either Jesus is the Messiah sent by God, which makes him Lord even of the Sabbath, as we see this in Mark 2:28, or else he is merely a man, in which case his action on the Sabbath are a sign against the law. Why do Christians replace the Sabbath with Sunday? Christians replaced the celebration of the Sabbath with the celebration of Sunday because Jesus Christ rose from the dead on Sunday, the Lord's Day. However, does include elements of the Sabbath. The Christian's Sunday has three essential elements. First of all, it calls the creation of the world and communicates the festive splendor of God's goodness to the passage of time. Second, it recalls the eighth day of creation when the world was made new in Christ. Thus, a prayer from the Easter Vigil says, "You have wonderfully created man and even more wonderfully restored him." 3. It includes the theme of rest, not just to sanctify the interruption of work, but to point even now toward man's eternal rest in God. Saint Jerome would say, If pagans call it the day of the sun, we willingly agree, for today the light of the world is raised. Today is revealed the Son of Justice with healing in his race. Question number 365. How do Christians make Sunday the Lord's Day? A Catholic Christian attends the Holy Mass on Sunday or on the Vigil of Sunday. On that day, he refrains from all work that would prevent him from worshipping God or disturb the festive, joyful, restful, and restorative character of the day. Since Sunday is an Easter celebration that occurs each week, Christians from the earliest times have gathered together on that day to celebrate and thank their Redeemer and to reunite themselves with Him and with others who are redeemed. So it is a central duty of every conscientious Catholic Christian to keep holy Sunday and the other holy days of the Church. One is exempted from it only by urgent family duties and important responsibilities in society. Because participation in the Sunday Eucharist is fundamental for a Christian life, the Church explicitly declares that it is a serious sin to stay away from Sunday Mass without good reason. Peter Prosegar would say, people used to say, give your soul a Sunday. Now they say, give your Sunday a soul. Question number 369. Question number 366. 366. Why is it important for the state to preserve Sunday? Sunday is a genuine service to the good of society because it is a sign of opposition to the total absorption of man by the working world. Therefore, in lands that have a Christian character, Christians not only demand the governmental preservation of Sunday, they also do not ask others to do work that they themselves do not want to do on Sunday. Everyone in creation should take part in this breather. God bless you all.